right, you keep hearing these two words everywhere. AI agent. And nobody actually tells you what it really means. They just say it like you're supposed to already know. So let me give you the simple version explained by someone who's not a coder. And by the end of this video, you're going to realize you probably already used something like this and you didn't even know it. And hey, if you don't know me, I'm Anthony Tran. I help personal brands grow their business with AI. Now, let me give you the real technical definition first, straight from people who actually build these things. Because if that's what you came for, I want to make sure I didn't skip it. Anthropic, the company behind Claude, defines it like this, and I'm quoting them directly. Agents are systems where LLMs dynamically direct their own processes and tool usage, maintaining control over how they accomplish tasks. So in plain English, you basically give an AI a goal, it turns around and figures out the steps on its own. It uses whatever tools it needs, like searching the web or connecting to your apps, and it keeps working until the job gets done. It's an AI that can take action to finish your task, not just answer a question like a chat box. So now that you got the official definition and my simple translation of it, you still might be a little confused, but don't worry, here's the thing. You're probably not a technical person, but you do run a business and you want to know how to use AI to get things done for you. So let me explain it in a way that might make more sense to you as a business owner. So here's the best way to think about this. An AI agent is basically a virtual assistant or an employee. You would delegate work to it. You think about what you do when you hand off work to an assistant. You give them a goal, you give them instructions, maybe an example of what you want, what good looks like. Then you let them work. And in a few hours or a few days later, they come back and go, hey, here you go. It's done. It's ready for you to review. That's basically what an AI agent is. Same idea, except this time the assistant is an AI. So I just want to share with you a little story because this is where the power of having an assistant really made sense to me. A couple years ago, I used to hire people on Fiverr. You know Fiverr.com? It's basically a marketplace for virtual assistant services. You go on there, you would find someone who's really good at one specific thing. And they had people who could write blog articles, they can make YouTube thumbnails, design graphic, logos. It was a marketplace for pretty much anything. So you find the person who's great at the thing you need and you give them a task. And you give them instructions. Maybe you do a screen recording, exactly what you wanted. You would write up a doc with screenshots and give them links and resources. So anyways, I would give them as much as I could so they can try to nail the project on the first try. And I would wait maybe a day or two later. Boom, I would get an email message saying, hey, your project's done, check it out. If it was good, I would pay them and then send them a new project. If it needed changes, I would ask for revisions, they would rework it, and then this process would go on until the project was done. So one time I found a really good writer and I ended up using that same person over and over. So that was a big aha moment for me because I could finally scale my blog creation process because I could get more done without having to do it all myself. I was able to expand my marketing team without hiring a full-time employee. So I worked with her for more than 2 years, my virtual assistant. And because I kept working with her, she got to know my brand. She knew my writing style. She had her own login. She knew exactly what I needed and I didn't have to micromanage her. So I just kept working with her and I handed her more work over the years. And over 2 years, we built up over 1,100 articles for a niche blog that I was running. All I had to do was some keyword research. I would send her the content calendar and she would work through the list and draft the articles for me to review. So I would check her work, make sure it was good and consistent, and then I would publish it. And she just kept going and it was almost a passive business, which was great. That was the dream. I handed off a repeatable project to someone who knew my business and I was able to step back and basically play the virtual CEO role so I can focus on the bigger picture and strategy. So in turn, when people ask me what an AI agent is, that's pretty much how I explain it. It's basically that virtual assistant. But now instead of a person, it's an AI. And in my case, I love using Claude. I give Claude a goal and my instructions and it does the work and it comes back with the finished project for me to review. So the only difference between the Fiverr example and what Claude can do is Claude doesn't have to sleep. He doesn't get tired. He doesn't need days off like a person. And as long as you guide it, it does solid work. So the nice part, Claude or an AI agent, they can do the work in minutes, not days. And it often costs a lot less than hiring someone for the same work. So if you could take away one thing from this whole video, is a chat box gives you an answer while an AI agent gives you an outcome for a project that you delegated. It actually can finish work for you, which is amazing. So real quick, I don't want to overhype this because an AI agent is not magic. It shouldn't be used fully hands off. At least that's my recommendation. Some people like to use this fully autonomous, but I like to include a human in the loop because I still need to set the strategy. I like to fact check and review to make sure the quality is consistent and it's on brand in my voice and it's actually true. So for you as a personal brand, I would definitely recommend you hand off projects, but then you would still be in the loop to make sure everything was on brand because you spent a lot of time building trust with your audience. One bad output from your AI agent without your review could be detrimental to your business or brand. So here's how you could use it. The next time you need a task to be done, try handing it off to an AI agent like Claude. Give it the instructions, give it your branding guide, your writing style, your rules, basically as much information as you can, and let it do the work. You would review it and fact check it, make sure it's good, and give it feedback. And over time, it will continue to get better at providing you the work because it gets to know you better and how you like to get things done. So to bring it home, an AI agent is just a virtual assistant that you delegate work to, except for it's an AI. You give it the goal, it does the work, you stay the manager or the boss who needs to check in or review it. That's it. That's the whole thing. And if this has helped you, make sure you like and subscribe. I want to make another video on how to set this up with Claude so it actually knows how to do more work for you. I'll link it right here. Hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.